With a massive moon-themed update potentially leaked in Hypixel Skyblock, and a ton of information coming out about the future of the alpha server, there has never been a more interesting time for the game. My name is Derailious and welcome back to Skyblock News. But before we begin, I just want to say we are about 4,800 subs away from 50k, so if you guys could like and subscribe down below, that really would mean the world to me. On top of this, I really recommend checking out my Discord down below, as we host a ton of giveaways over there, and it's the best place to keep up to date with Skyblock news. Without any further ado though, let's get right into the video. Starting off with the most obvious piece of news, we're going to have to start off with some context. For those who may remember, back in 2019 we got a bit of a leak. Basically, the mist, the area at the bottom of the Dwarven Mines, was shown off through 30virus' stream. Basically how it worked was he tried loading into a lobby, it didn't work properly, and it teleported him into a developer space. He was able to see a bunch of dungeon stuff, and on top of that, he was able to see the ice caves which eventually became the mist at the bottom of the Dwarven Mines. Now, this was a pretty interesting bug, and nothing like it has really happened since. However, this bug has reappeared on the alpha server, and it is showing off something pretty amazing. What was found though was nothing short of massive. It was a giant moon base. The map size was massive, and on top of that, a lot of it was already done, notably one of the large Empire sections, which seemingly was a huge city. On top of this, a bunch of other areas, while unfinished, did have a lot of development markings on it, and the break in the case occurred when a certain sign said that the moon was property of Gru and Remy. I wanted to prove without any doubt though that this was Skyblock content specifically. Some people believed that it was potentially a paintball map, some others believed it was going to be murder mystery, and I really wanted to prove to myself that this had to be Skyblock. After plugging Remy through Twitter, finding his Twitter account, and going back through the updates and looking at the logs, I found a match. He was one of the guys who made a lot of the builds for Dungeons, which is Skyblock content, and basically proved that this is going to be future Skyblock content as well. On top of this, it does kind of serve as a coincidence that both pieces of content that he worked on had this bug occur. Perhaps it's a way that these maps are set up, perhaps it's something done on purpose, but we'll never really know for sure unless one of the admins comes out about it. A little while after this, a Q&A 30virus did with some of the admins came out, in which they discussed wanting to make a moon base in Hypixel Skyblock. I recommend giving this a listen, I'll have it linked down below. But this once again solidified the fact that yes, this is a moon base, and yes, it will be coming to Hypixel Skyblock. Honestly, I think this is going to be the foraging update of all things, which is going to be pretty strange, but we'll just have to wait and see if that's actually the case, or if this is something for 1.0. My takeaways when looking at this content are, it looks incredibly interesting. I'm really excited to see what's going on here, and it kind of reminds me of Mad Max, which is pretty cool. This apocalypse theme isn't really something we see often in Hypixel Skyblock, and I really hope they take it to its logical extreme. And the idea of a moon base by itself is really cool. On top of this, there's mention of an evil empire, a bunch of other stuff related to that, and it's likely to be a pretty large update. Moving on here, we have a quote from the MGRF, one of the major admins in charge of this expansion, in which he states, "So, let me tell you how my last hour just went. Hot stuff, yogs, thice, sludges, and butterflies have been bugged for a while, because of one line of code. So expect the mobs to spawn, new content from the mobs, and a buff for hot stuff. This is also coming along with a lot of the major improvements they wanted to make to the Crystal Hallows. Notably, they made the map smaller, made it a lot more dense, and generally increased drops for pretty much all ores. A lot of this looks pretty good, I'm excited to see how they continue to improve the content, and I'm really thinking it's going to be really fun on release. So excellent job admins, can't wait to see those mobs in game. Overall, I'm incredibly excited for more information about this moon base, and I want to make the note here that a lot changed between the mist originally being shown off and its eventual release. So don't take anything you see in this video as some sort of final release or how it'll look on release, just more of a concept, and more so how their development process actually works, which is pretty cool. The idea of a moon-based piece of content is really nice, and I'm incredibly excited to see it. On top of this, the major improvements we're getting to the Crystal Hallows are definitely going to make the content more fun, and I'm incredibly excited for that too. At the end of the day though, my name is Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out everybody.